Hi there. So I'm making this video on a request. Somebody requested me to tell the exact energy and tell them that how this unit will work. Now, let me introduce you with the heads first and the parts. This is basically the controlling board or control unit, and this is basically the operation handle. Now, the operation handle has this on off switch. By pressing this, your shock wave will turn on, and by pressing this again, your shock wave will turn off. Now, talking about these attachments or heads, this is for ED1. This is called as the ED1 head, and this is called as the ED2 head. Now, these two heads are made of plastic and they are a bit different from all these other heads. Now, this bigger head is 36 millimeter head. This one is 36 millimeter head. If you look this is 36 millimeter head and it is convex. Now we have a smaller head. This is concave. You might see or you might appreciate that this is concave. This is concave. You can clearly see this is concave. And over here, if I show you, you can see that my hand is convex. So this is 36 millimeter convex. This is 20 millimeter concave head, and it is attached by default onto this device. Then we have the smaller head, which is 8 millimeter. This is this head. This is 8 millimeter head. Then we have 15 millimeter convex. This is convex, and we have the 15 millimeter concave head. So these are all the heads or the attachments that we have that we can attach to this operation handle. We have these caps. These caps, they fit onto all these heads or attachments. Why? Because you want to protect the skin directly, and secondly, if you want to prevent contamination, because these are made of silicone, so you can reuse them. So I'm attaching all these. Here you can see I've attached almost. Now these attachments are, these silicone attachments or coverings are available for these heads made of steel, but it's not available for this that is made of plastic. So you can disinfect it or you can clean it. Now I'll show you. I've made a short table for you guys. I want you to have a look at this. There are three ways in which we can use shockwave, either for destruction purposes, for healing purposes, or for pain relief. Now the selection of head, this is the head size. If you want to destruct, so in this unit, let's say it says 15 millimeter head is ideal or good enough, because we have the smaller heads available. These two are 15 millimeter. Let me uncover these. Okay. This one, the concave, and this one convex. These are 15 millimeter heads, and this is 8 millimeter head, this one. So all these heads, let me show you again very clearly and closely. All these heads, they are smaller heads and they can be used for destruction purposes. Now talking about the pressure, what is the minimum pressure or power required? So it can vary from 2.5 bar or more than 2.5 bar or 105 millijoule. Now the frequency should be anywhere between 4 to 15 hertz, and you need to treat the patient on every fifth day, and the number of sessions can vary from 1 to 6 or up 1 to 3 or up to 6 sessions. Now we'll talk about the output or intensities of these heads as well. I'll tell you that what is the energy level of these gears, and this is really very simple. Now if you want to heal the tissue, or if you want to promote the healing in any tissue, the larger head sizes are recommended, anywhere between 15 to 35. So for example, in our case, what we have is, this is 20 millimeter, this is larger than these. You can see clearly that this is larger. You can also compare that this is larger. Okay, so this one and this one, these two are used for pain relief and healing. So this is especially for pain relief and this is for healing. Even this can also be used for healing. So these heads are used for healing purposes. Now if you look at the frequency is 10 to 16 hertz, and you can treat your patients on every 7 to 10 days, and only 4 to 6 sessions are required. For pain relief, you should choose the head size between 6 to 35 millimeter, depending upon the area. If the area is small, choose the smaller head and try to reduce the frequency as well as try to reduce the power. So over here 1 to 2 bar is sufficient, or 60 to 90. So anywhere between 60 to 90 you can choose the power of the unit, and then you can treat your patients on every 7 to 10 days, and number of sessions required are 3. So let me tell you that how you can say that your energy level is between 60 to 90 or 105. So if you want to adjust your powers, now powers, in this unit you have these buttons for frequency. F for frequency, this is for to lower the frequency, this is to improve the frequency. Let me turn it out. To increase the decrease the frequency, and to increase the frequency, to decrease the power, and to increase the power. So frequency is very simple, you can set the frequency very well. But what about the power? The power is really very important. If your frequency is between 1 to 12 hertz, okay, if your frequency is between 1 to 12 hertz, there are 3 modes between 1 to 12. If your P is at 1, you are delivering 25. If your P or power is at 2, you are delivering 35 mJ. If your power is 3, then you are delivering 35, so on and so forth. So up till, if your P is 12, then you are at 105. So you have to see this. If I can show you this, please, I request you to stop or pause this video for a while, and now see this. So general mode output gears, if your frequency is between 1 to 12 hertz, then at P1 you are at 25 megajoule, or at P2 you are 30, P3 35, P4 40, P5 45, P6 50, P7 55, P8 65, P9 75, P10 85, P11 95, and P12 is 106 millijoule. Now if the output is 13 or 14 megahertz only, then your energy is similar to this, and at this you can see at the 12th gear you are at about 80 millijoule. So on the frequency 1 to 12 you are at P12 105, but when your frequency is at 13 to 14 megahertz, then at P12 your output will be 80 mJ. Similarly, if your output is at 15 to 16, so it will be reduced. So the higher the frequency, the energy level or the power should be reduced, and the lower the frequency on these, then you have the maximum output. So for destruction purposes, I recommend you to turn your unit on and keep the P to 12 or the maximum, and use the smaller head size. For healing purposes, please improve your frequency, try to maintain your frequency between 15 to 16 hertz, and try to use the larger head size, and keep the power to the minimum. So even at 12 you are at 58. So if you are anywhere between 45 to 50 or 55, then it's good enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Do like and comment about this. If you want to learn anything about this unit or any other unit, do let me know. Thank you very much.